Hello there, this is Alexandr from Sinesquares.net, and today we're going to try out a very fun way to play your synthesizers. In a previous video, we already explored the idea of disconnecting your pitch information and your rhythm information, but today we're going to take that concept even further than that, and we're going to add a very human element, which is the human voice. To do that, I'm going to use a module by Doepfer, the A-119, which is an input module, which means that allows you to convert line level signals like a synthesizer to modular level, so you can use that signal with your modular system. But the cool thing about this module is that it's not just an input module. It can also create gates and envelopes using the incoming sound. If you're a bit experienced with modular, you probably know where I'm going with this. If you're not, don't worry about it. I'm going to explain everything. A gate signal is essentially an on-off switch. When you're pressing a key, you're sending a gate signal, which stays on for as long as you press that key, and it goes immediately to zero when you release it. To give our sounds more life and a more natural character, we use envelopes. The most common envelope you're going to see on most synthesizers is an ADSR envelope. ADSR stands for attack, decay, sustain, and release. Attack is the time it takes your signal to reach its maximum volume. Decay is the time it takes your signal to transition from peak level to sustain level. Sustain is the level at which your signal stays as long as you press a key. And release is the time it takes your signal to fade out. So you trigger a gate, that gate triggers an envelope, and that envelope controls the volume of your sound, which is probably patched in a VCA. And that's exactly where the Doepfer A-119 comes into play. This module has a built-in envelope follower. What this means is that it takes an incoming signal, analyzing its amplitude, and then it creates an envelope shape based on that amplitude. That way we can feed it any signal and then use the envelope it creates to control the volume of any sound. So for our example, I'm going to use the Osmos, and I have a pad sound, an arpeggio, and a bass sound, and we're going to use the Doepfer module to create envelopes and control those sounds. This technique is so much fun because it gives your sounds such a natural and human vibe. Also, there are so many times that I have the rhythm in my head, but I cannot really translate it using the keyboard itself. So using this trick allows me to break that barrier and play my sounds exactly how I imagine them. You can also use the exact same trick for drum sounds, and here you don't even need the envelope follower, but the Doepfer module also has a gate output, so you can use the incoming sound to create a gate and then trigger your drums. By the way, you can do the exact same technique in your DAW, for example in Ableton Live, and you have to use the same signal flow as I demonstrated, and you pretty much get the same results. I'm not going to demonstrate that because Honestly, for more complicated signal flows, I kind of hate using a DAW and plugins, but I'm sure you can do it, and it's a great alternative when you don't have a modular system. So that was it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Also, you can use the comments to ask me anything you want, or even suggest other weird and interesting techniques you want me to try out, and I hope to see you on the next one. Love you.